Hello my doves! Welcome back to Afrodite by Olympia. Today's video is going to be Pat McGrath Labs the System. So yes, I do have the Pat McGrath Labs, where is it? Sublime, Fetish, Perfection, no. Skin Fetish, Sublime Perfection Primer. I then have the foundation in the shade Deep 29. Ooh, Eyeshadow Proto. And then I also have the powder. So I've got the powder in Deep 4. So I didn't get the brushes. I know that's a bit of a surprise for me because your girl loves a good brush. But the reviews on the brushes haven't been that great. And the brushes that I do, I'm going to say collect because I have a lot of brushes, are usually ones that come highly recommended. So I did not get the brushes, but I got everything else, and we're going to do a 6-hour wear test on this face. Oh, and we are going to do an eye look using the Pat McGrath Labs Mothership Volume 6 Midnight Sun. So we're going to do a look using, love the mattes in here. So little sneak about what's going to happen with this palette. Anyway, so if you're interested in any of these products, I suggest you keep watching. Ready? I need to stop. Like, I just need to stop. Let's get into this video.
Drop that, yeah, feel the funk, y'all. Yeah, you lay back in the cut. What's up?
Let's get into this. Before we start, if you're new here, my name's Olympia and I do videos here on YouTube about beauty and makeup available in Australia for deeper skin tones. Now, let me just tell you something. If that's something that you're interested in, maybe you're not, maybe you're just here for the entertainment, go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you click that notification bell so you're notified for when my videos are uploaded, and you'll be, in on it first, you know what I mean? So go ahead, subscribe. On my way to 1K, slowly getting there. We'll get there eventually. So yes, let's get into this video. I don't want to be waffling around for too long. Let's get into the systems. I've already put moisturizer. Can I talk? I've already put moisturizer down on my face. I'm currently using the Ole Henriksen Counterbalance All Control Hydrator. One of my faves. I've gone through 2 of these already now. This is onto my 3rd bottle, and as you can see, I'm always halfway through. Love it. Works if you've got oily combination skin. It kind of just evens everything out. And we're going to start off with the primer. So a lot of people have said the primer is, meh. We shall see. I'm only going to apply primer for half of my face. Okay, that's how I'm going to test it. I want to see if it really does anything realistically. So this is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfecting Primer. There are 30 mils. This retails for 99 Australian dollars. That's a lot. Outer packaging is cute. It's just a soft touch cardboard with gold detailing with Pat McGrath Labs emblem there. And how do you open this? Oh, okay. Duh. And here is the primer. So it's the first time I'm actually looking at it. Oh, Auntie Pat. What's going on there? See how the label's lifting off? Wow. For $99, you'd think that'd have better glue. Yeah, that actually really annoys me. Anyway, opens up. It's got a pump bottle. That's 3 pumps. It's like a light pink shade. And I'm just going to apply it on this side of my face. It's easier to remember. This side is always my sponge side. So. Smells fresh. A bit rosy as well. I think there's a fair bit of silicone in here. From what I can see about how it's looking on my skin, it does have a little bit of a blurred effect if you compare the 2 sides. I mean, it looks blurred to me. I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit further just so you can see a bit more. We're going to ignore the pimple on my nose, by the way. Yeah, I don't know her. She's nobody. Okay, next is the Pat McGrath Labs Skin Fetish Sublime Perfecting Foundation. So this foundation has 35 mils and retails for 106 Australian dollars from Sephora. This is all from Sephora, by the way. And I have the shade Deep 29. Deep 29, I believe, is the golden. Yeah, I believe it's got the golden undertones to it. Here's the outer packaging. Soft touch black with gold detailing. Opens up like so. And here is the foundation. Doesn't want to focus. There we go. There's the foundation. Super cute, super cute. We're going to do what we usually do in my foundation reviews. I do one side, like one half with a sponge, the other side with a brush, just so I can test what I feel is the best mode of application. Some of the claims before we actually demo. It says here it's a long wearing customizable foundation that builds from sheer to medium coverage in 36 universal hues that manifest the ultimate standard for sublime skin. So yeah, they said medium coverage a number of times. So I am of the impression that you will not be able to get full coverage with this. So anyone thinking you're gonna get full coverage with this, you're dreaming, okay? So I'm just gonna pump out. I always start off with 3. I know that's a bit excessive. So it says to dot your face, So we're gonna dot the face. I'm gonna start with the brush side first. I feel like we're gonna get a bit more coverage with the brush side, as per the instructions on Sephora. So I'm just gonna dot. So the brush I'm using is this Blank Canvas Cosmetics F06 brush. I have no idea where I got this from. I just love how dense it is, and I feel like I can get really good control. So I'm just gonna start and start buffing this out with pressed motions. Smells like perfume. This shade is perfect. Like, perfect. So I'm just pressing it in. Ooh. So this is the side without the primer. Are you guys seeing that? It's a weird bug. Just saw the weirdest bug ever. I was so skeptical because like so many people love this and so many people don't. And I'm just like, oh, I wonder which one I'm gonna be. Like, it's this hella expensive. Like, I better like it, but no, like, this shade is absolutely perfect. Okay, that's for the brush. I'm getting super excited here because that looks freaking amazing. Like, are you kidding? Wow. All right, let's dot on this side. So I'm gonna Koshak brush, sponge, and we're gonna use a beauty blender, a sponge. I love it. I'm just, wow. I was just a bit scared that the shade was going to be a bit too like red, but no, it's my perfect shade. I'll pop on the screen here for you guys my foundation shades that match my complexion, just as a reference for you guys if you want to buy this foundation and you need a shade reference. These are my shades. I love what I'm seeing so far. I wonder how long this will last, and I wonder what the oil control is going to be like, because if the oil control is really good, oh my god, kind of wish I tried this earlier, but that just looks absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so the description does say that if you want to build on coverage to go over in the areas that you feel like you need a little bit more, so I'm going to go over here my nose marks, which I kind of detest. If you have any tips on how to get rid of these nose marks, can you please let me know? Because like, honestly, I think that's it. Yeah. Definitely buildable. Wow. Okay guys, so we're gonna start off with wear test from now. There is the time. And I'm gonna do the pan now, and then we're gonna move on to the rest of the face. So this is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfecting Setting Powder in the shade Medium Deep 4. The outer packaging once again matches all the others. So the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfecting Setting Powder retails for 90 Australian dollars, and there is 5 grams of product. So I believe there are 6 shades, however at Sephora Australia you can only get 4. Ooh, dang. And she's got like a mesh in the center there. It's not the usual top with like holes punched into it. So I'm going to powder it as if I was using my Laura Mercier. That is the one that I tend to compare my powders to. That one and the Anastasia Beverly Hills one. Oh, and the Fenty. Can't forget the Fenty. That one's pretty good too. I'm a little worried that this is going to be too dark for my under eye. So I'm actually going to try and use this elsewhere first. So going in with this Morphe E51. And I'm actually going to try here first. See what it does. Okay, so I definitely made the skin a little bit deeper. So I will not be able to use this on my under eye. It's just too dark. But as you can see how blurred that is, look at my skin. Can you see that? Wait, let me, this side. Just pressing it in. It's definitely set, but look at, tell me you can see what I see. Please tell me in the comments, because we're having a discussion here, that you can see, and I need an answer, that you can see what that has just done. Wow, wow, wow. Let's add medium 3 to my card, because I want to try this under my eyes. And I'm just going to go in with some Laura. Doesn't even look powdery. What the heck? Yes. Yes, my darlings. I think we have found another favorite powder. Too bad it's like $99. $90. But look at my skin. Like, look at that. Look at it. Like, actually bring your face right up to your phone screen or whatever you're watching this video on and look. What in the heck? It looks so good. My skin tone has never looked so even and flawless and just, it's magnificent. I'm just like, I'm in shock with how much I like this. Dang, Auntie Pat. Okay, for bronzer, we're gonna use the Full Spectrum by CoverGirl. Can't wait for Auntie Pat to release a concealer and a setting spray. You know who will be buying that shit? Me. Ooh. Yes, a little bit darker than what I'm normally used to, I must say, but once again, I think it's the powder. Okay, so we've got this little doodad here. This is the Pat McGrath Lab Sublime Skin Highlighting Trio, and I love this thing. It's so stinking cute. If I can get it open, jeez. So I'm actually gonna take the shade Bronze Nectar, which is this one here, and I'm gonna highlight with these. Okay, so now I don't really have, Pat doesn't really have any blushes, does she? That's another thing I totally can't wait to buy, is blush from Auntie Pat. Could you imagine? Like her blushes would be, like the shades would be phenomenal. Okay guys, we're gonna do the eye look. So we're gonna use the Pat McGrath Labs Mothership Volume 6 Midnight Sun eyeshadow palette, and listen, okay, the look I'm gonna do, I'm gonna only use the mattes. Now there's a reason behind this, because you're thinking, what the heck? You got all these beautiful, colorful shades and you're only gonna use the mattes. There's a reason. One of my lovely subscribers, and I know you know who you are, because you love foundation as much as I do. Maybe even more actually. She requested that I do a all matte eye look for her, and I cannot think of anything I'd rather do more. And also she did have a question for my recent Ask a Makeup Artist Your Question Q&A, and I forgot her question. I feel so bad. I feel so bad. Love, I'm so sorry, but this eye look is for you, because I know you wanted a matte, all matte eye look, and I'm going to keep it as simple as possible. We're only going to use 3 shades. So I thought the 3 mattes in here would be a perfect simple look. So I'm going to use these 3 there. And we're only going to be using 2 brushes. So it's going to be really simple, really easy, a lot of blending, yes, but the look is just going to be really simple. But this is for you, girl. All right, let's get into it. We're going to start off, surprisingly enough, with this shade here. What is it called? I don't even know. That shade is called Vermilion Venom. And it's like a brown red just here. So we're going in with the Morphe M456 brush, and we're just going to tap into that. You don't need a lot on the brush. Tap off the excess. And you just want to go right into the crease, literally just into the crease there. And then going in with this Luxie 205 tapered blending brush. Nothing on the brush at all. We're just gonna blend that out. Not completely out, but just make sure there's no harsh lines. Oh yeah, I should mention, on my lid, like to prime my lid, all it is concealer and then powder. So with Pat McGrath Labs eyeshadows, if you do own any of her eyeshadows, don't use a wet base. So don't use P. Louise base unless you're going to be setting it down. Must be a dry base. That's how her shadows work. And you don't need a Pat McGrath Labs to do this eye look. You can use any bricky red brown color, any deep brown or black, and any kind of a light shade. Like, you can recreate it. You don't have to use it from eyeshadow palette. All right, so I winged out the eye shape just a little bit. Just gonna take that Vermilion Venom all the way across. Now when you're happy with the amount of blending, taking the same brush, we're gonna go into the shade. So this shade is Extreme Dusk. So this one here. Only starting off with a tiny bit, like literally like that much, like just the tiniest bit. And we're gonna go in the crease but on the outer corner, and we're going to create some dimension and some smoke. Just a little bit. We're just going to keep building up on that. Then going in with that Luxie blending brush, we're just gonna blend out any harsh lines, harsh edges. Gonna build that up some more. Now I want to reintroduce a little bit of that Vermilion Venom shade, which is that brick red, well, the brownie red. I'm just going to put the tiniest amount on this blending brush, tap it off, and I'm just going to use this along the edges here. Just to reintroduce it a little bit more. Sorry if you can hear the fan, but I can't. I need to cool down. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. Really sultry and smoky and sexy, actually. Like, is that not like just giving you life right now? Now, as you can see, there's a space on my lid. We're gonna, same brush. We're gonna go into the final matte shade in this palette, and that is Taboo. So that's the shade here, Taboo. And going in with the same Morphe brush, I'm just gonna place it down on the lid. I know it doesn't look much different from this side, but trust me, it's different. So we're not cutting the crease or anything, because we're gonna blend out the edges using that same brush. Now, just to complete, like to round off this look, I'm gonna go back into that first shade, Vermilion, oh my god, I can't speak. Vermilion Venom, that bricky red shade. I'm just gonna put like a tiniest bit just on the outer third here. Well, near the center, going into the outer third. And what that does is just kind of ties the look all together. Okay, I wanna fix the under eye a little bit more, like make it a little bit more dramatic. So we're gonna go in with Vermilion Venom. I'm gonna run that under the eye. Ooh. I'm gonna too crazy. And then go back into Extreme Dusk, which was the black dark shade that we used to smoke this eye look out. And just gonna tight line it just in on the edges here. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and put mascara on, some lashes, and I'll be back and we can discuss some of these products because I already have my opinion on them already. I'll be back soon. Okay guys, I'm back. All right, now on my lips, just so we know, I have the Pat McGrath Labs Luxe Trance lipstick in the shade Attitude 433. This shade here, cute. I think it goes with the eye look really well. And I'm not sure what lashes I'm wearing. I think they're Model Rock. They're just like wispy ones, really light, just so you can see the eye look a bit more, and it's not, you know, covering up too much. So yes, we have completed the eye look. The base is done. We've already started the wear test, obviously. So I'll be back in about an hour or so for the first 3 hour skin check, and then, oh wait, did I promise you guys I would discuss, actually, yeah, no. Before I go, let me actually give you guys my final thoughts on some of the products that I've already used. Obviously not the foundation because I'm waiting for the wear test to give you my thoughts about that, but we can discuss everything else because I basically have formed an opinion already, kind of. Anyway, the powder is amazing. I don't even know, like, it is so good. I love the blurred effect. The only con, and there's only one, is the shade is a little bit too dark for me. It was recommended for me as per the systems. Like if you go to Pat McGrath Labs website, it will give you an idea of whichever foundation you pick, the powder that goes in that system. So that was the powder that was recommended for me in that system. It's too dark. I think shade 29 is like, it's either the last shade or one of the first shades in the deep category, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's the first shade in the deep category before, you know, deep 36 being the darkest. So I feel like because it's in a deep category, that was why that powder, but I feel like the other powder would work better. I only used it around my face, didn't use it on the inside, like under the eye. I used Mercier, translucent deep, medium deep, and yeah, it worked out really fine. I'll be back real soon and we can then discuss at the end of the video. We'll talk about the foundation itself and do a my usual like wear test situation and like wear test review, and I can give you my final thoughts about what I think about everything. The eyeshadow palette is cute. Do we not like this look or what? Like, just wanted to show you guys that, you know, if you do get your hands, or if you're thinking about getting your hands on a Pat McGrath Labs eyeshadow palette, because she always has a deep shade, a transition shade, and like a light shade, you can create really simple looks like this. It doesn't have to be glitzy and glamoury or every single time, or for special occasions. You can use them every day. As you can see, this is pretty much an everyday look, day and night, I feel. So yes, I will be back soon and we can go into the first full 3-hour wear test. Alright, see you guys soon. I'm a little low. I don't know what's going on. The camera is fine. So I'm back. It's been more than 3 hours. We're now sitting at 21:17. Let's do the pan and then I'll check my face. But this is what we're looking at. So the face is looking, the oils are coming through a little bit more now. It looks quite dewy. And I'm seeing that the foundation basically hasn't budged. I don't see any separation. I have been picking at my nose because that dang pimple. She's looking good. There's no real change. So yeah. I'll see you guys in the next 3 hours and then we can have a chat about this foundation. See you soon. Bye. Okay, peeps, we are back. It is currently, okay, we've officially done 6 hours. Yes. Finally, because I'm ready to take all this off. Okay, all right, let's get into the review portion of this video now that I've reapplied my lipstick. Okay, so when I do these foundation reviews, I look at oil control, I look at application process, I look at performance, and then I also give it a grade between A+ and F for fail. So first thing we look at is transfer and oil control. I do these tests together. So I take a Shiseido blotting sheet. So one sheet, and I blot basically. 1 to 2 sheets indicates that it's got very good oil control. If it's got 3 to 4, then it's not so good. Anything more than 4 is terrible oil control. Generally, the foundations that I try, they sit between 1 and 2 because I do prep my skin quite well. Now, let's not forget that I do have it's concealer. I have concealer. I only have primer, the Pat McGrath primer on this side of my face, this side that I use the Beauty Blender. So I'm actually gonna blot one side and then kind of blot the other and just see how much oil control I've got. So I'm gonna use like half a sheet for one side and half a sheet for the other. So let's do that. This is the primer side. Not bad. And then this side is the non-prime side. Sorry, yeah, there's no primer on this side. Oh my god, I'm forgetting what I did. As you can see, there is barely any oil coming through, like barely anything. Okay, all right, Party Pat. So in terms of transfer, if I flip it around the other side, you can see how much discoloration there is there. So just something to bear in mind if you're touching your face, this one will transfer. Okay, performance. Now, in terms of application, I would have to say that I prefer, actually, I like both. I like sponge and I like using a brush. I found that using the sponge and using the brush, I basically got the same amount of coverage. I would say that the brush had a tad more coverage than the sponge, but honestly it was so indiscreet that it really wouldn't matter. If you prefer sponge, go right ahead. If you prefer brush, go right ahead. Now, in terms of how this foundation blends and things like that, you guys would have seen earlier, it blends like a dream. The way that the foundation sat on the skin was just phenomenal. It was beautiful. You saw how much I was flipping out before when I was applying it. It just looked so natural, so skin-like. Like even now, it still just looks so natural. I love it. Now, oxidization. I find that it did get a bit darker, but I feel like it was the powder. I want to try this foundation with other powders and like, you know, my regular primer, like that I would normally use. I want to see what it do. I'm definitely going to use this again. You probably will see this foundation in a lot of my upcoming videos. I'm just saying, because I am actually kind of obsessed. I love it. It is so lightweight. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin. I do not feel like I've got anything on my face at all right now. I love it. I love it. Okay, let's keep going. How does it work with other products? Completely fine. I put concealer on and the concealer didn't, you know, disrupt the foundation underneath. I was able to blend really well. No issues whatsoever. Works well with whatever I use. I'll link in the description if you didn't see earlier what I did use on my face. And then in terms of whether I see, whether I see any creasing or fading, let's have a look and I'll let you know. A little bit of texture coming through here. Not sure what that's about. I reckon that's more my bronzer than the foundation, but it has kind of just worn down here. I was leaning like this when I was editing earlier, so that could be it. It's not on this side, it's only on this side. I've probably like pressed my face on something, but other than that, I don't see anything. Forehead looks really, really good. I love this foundation so much. It's definitely medium coverage. I could see a little bit of my like imperfections coming through, but like only like the barest amount. I feel like if I kept building, I probably could cover up because I don't have a lot of imperfections, but it's definitely medium coverage and it's definitely buildable. I reckon I could go in lighter and just do like a light wash. Like, I see what you did there, Pat. All these runway models, dang. Like, all right, let's give it a grade. I think you guys know what I'm about to say. It's an A+. It's an A+ all round for this foundation. I stinking love it. I don't even want to remove this face any longer. Before I was like, oh, I'm tired. Oh, can't wait. No, I'm so hyped. I love it. I love everything about it. I would suggest, because the reviews have been so polarizing, that you go to a Sephora and you get a sample. Get a little tub that's got like 2-3, you know, wears, and try it out. Like, try it during the day, try it for a nighttime thing, and make up your mind, because $109, $106 is a lot for a foundation, I must say. The primer, I can't see a difference. Like, I can't see one side breaking down more than the other. Actually, this is the primer side, and I've got a bit more breakdown than I do on this side. I don't know what's going on there. I don't see it working any differently. I don't know, primers, I prep my skin so well that I feel like I don't realistically need a primer. Like, my primers are all skincare stuff, like the Sally skincare, Bobbi Brown vitamin rich face base skincare. So I don't know how I feel about the Pat McGrath Flavors primer. I'm gonna use it because, you know, it's expensive. I think it was like 90 bucks. So yeah, there's that. The powder I love. You guys already know this. I'm gonna end the video here because I've been talking and talking and it's been 6 hours plus. I love you all, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're notified when I upload, and leave a comment down below if you think you're going to try this foundation, or how you think it went on me, or eye look, or anything really, just how you're doing and your plans for 2020. I would love to hear them down below. Oh, and before I sign off, actually real quick, can I just say a huge shout out to all my Australians who are going through the bushfires right now, for those who've lost their lives and their loved ones. So heartbroken because I just feel like the government's not doing much, or they don't seem to care. I mean, you're spending billions of dollars or millions of dollars on fleet cars, and that money really should go towards helping people rebuild their lives. I mean, fleet car, rebuild lives. Fleet car, rebuild lives. I mean, come on now. What, like, we're thinking of you. You're not alone. And yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Sorry to end this video on a sad note, but that is what's currently going on in my country at the moment. And yeah, it's really, really bad. I am lucky I'm not in those areas. Yeah, but thinking of everyone who's currently going through a very tragic time for Australia. Okay guys, I'm gonna sign off there. I love you all. I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye.